Hi dancers, and welcome to dancemoreplace.com, where competitors come first. I'm sitting down today with the organizers of the Vegas Open. I have Marie Hansen and Mikal Watkins with me. Thank you so much for coming today, you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And I wanted to, we're missing one organizer today. We're missing the charming Mr. Paul Holmes, who couldn't be with us, but all of your questions about Vegas Open are going to be answered by these two. Now, before we get started, I wanted to say that there are some big changes coming this year. 3 new things. We're going to get to them in detail later, but really quickly, can you just tell me those 3 things that are coming up?
Well, we are a part of the Jackpot series now, so we're adding a series to our competition. We have a huge change. We're moving to the Luxor.
Yeah,
so
I love
that's
the Luxor.
huge, right?
And what's the last one, Michael, for the PDF members?
Oh yes, we have a special promotion so that the PDF members can have free admissions to all the sessions of the competition, and in addition to the workshops, which we've offered in the past. Last year we offered that as well.
Fantastic. That is going to be great. So you'll want to be sure to check out all those things. Now, before we go any further, I want to go back a little bit into the history of the Vegas Open, and I also want to say that I have a history with this competition too, because I'm pretty sure I was there for the first one. I brought my students for Pro-Am when we had a great time, and Eric and I have been back many times with our students, and for the past few years, you guys have been kind enough to invite me to work in the administration area at the front desk, which has been great. And it's actually working there that has shown me how much innovation you guys have done and how much great service you guys do for the competition. So before we get to all those other little details, let's go back and talk about how the competition got started.
Well, I judged Hotlanta. Must be 12 years ago now, 13 years ago. And I was so impressed because it was the first global comp that I had attended. And I loved the atmosphere that Hotlanta had. And, they called it the global circuit. And I went to the guys who had started the global circuit and I said, well, how can you call it global when you're only on the East Coast? Mm-hmm. And so I told them I really wanted to start a competition on the West Coast. And I got home and I talked to Michael about it because I wanted to run it with someone, and I really like being in a partnership. And Michael is one of my very best friends, and so that's pretty much how we started.
Okay, so you have made the global actually started to go more global by opening it on the West.
Yes.
Okay, now the global isn't just the only series that you're involved in. Which other series are you involved in?
We're also part of the Dance Sport series, which is the one where the finale's in Ohio. And we're really excited this year because we're just starting to get involved with another series called the Jackpot series, which is the competitions. It's 3 competitions. It's ours, the NB Ball, and also the Holiday Dance Classic, which are all in Las Vegas. So that's why it's called the Jackpot series.
Okay, now this is a series I'm really interested in because any chance I have to go to Las Vegas and dance, this is like the best. So it's the 3 competitions, mm-hmm. and then there's like a finale at the end when the awards are given, and that's going to change every year. Is that right?
It is going to change every year, yeah. So it's a rotating circuit between the 3 competitions.
Okay, very good. So, and this is the inaugural year starting out. So
yes,
get those points at the Vegas Open. So for those who haven't been to the Vegas Open, this is actually quite a growing competition. Michael, you're the entry person. So how many entries do you have? How has it grown in the past few years?
We've shot up in the last few years from sort of a medium size, around 4,000 entries. We passed the 5,000 entry mark a few years back, 3 years ago. And so we've kind of kept with that consistency there, and we're anticipating this year we're getting lots and lots of good response for the Luxor. Everybody's excited about our change there. So we're anticipating growing again to probably about 8,000 entries this year.
Wow, that's huge. And I noticed too with the pro events that there's always great competition. There's always at least a semi, sometimes more. So for pro competitors and amateurs and pro-ams, you can expect to have a good amount of competition when you attend.
Yeah, our professional events in particular have really grown through the past few years.
Yeah, that's exciting. I love that.
Yeah, me too.
We do too.
Now, Michael, before we back up just a little bit more, we talk about Paul as also one of your co-organizers. Now, when did he come into the picture? Because he didn't start out as an organizer with you, right?
Correct. Yeah, we went, gosh, how many years ago did we take Paul on as
Maybe
an
six,
adjunct.
maybe 6 years ago.
Yeah,
something
5 or
like that.
6 years ago.
Okay, so it's been
It's
quite a while. And how do you define your roles? Do you all do something different within
Yes.
the competition?
Yeah, we actually we have such a great camaraderie as partners. My goal is the one who does all the entries, all the computer work. So if anyone has questions on their entries or dances or rules, Michael's the
One to
one
go
to
to.
call. Yeah, I do all the packages, and I deal with the hotel. So if you have questions on tickets or you want to sit at a certain table, or you have problems with your hotel room, I'm the one you go to. And Paul is the party guy. So that's what I told him when he.
We call him the social director.
Yeah, that's right.
That reminds me of like the Love Boat when they go
Yeah.
on. Here's the social director, and that would be
yes,
Paul, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, there was also a big change in the past, I think maybe 3 years ago, when you rebranded and you were originally Vegas Showdown and changed over to Vegas Open. So,
Correct.
what was the thought behind doing the rebranding?
Well, we wanted to update the image. We wanted to change our logo, and we wanted to change our name to attract more of diverse clientele, and so just to grow and show that we were kind of changing and growing with the times. I think
Yeah.
I would say.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like the new name and the new logo and everything, it's definitely a little bit more sophisticated, and it kind of came about like a more, I don't want to say global again, but it didn't seem local. It seemed like it was invitational to everybody. So
Yeah.
I think that was a really good idea. Now, speaking of being changing with the times, there's been a lot that you guys have done that have made this competition. It's becoming ever more popular. And like I said, working with you guys at the competition, I really see the innovations. And one of the things is the great friendliness and customer service. But there's also some like actual changes that have been new, like the online registration, Michael. That was something you started a few years ago. And I just thought that was brilliant with everything so technology oriented. I couldn't understand why more competitions didn't do that. So how about the online registration? How does it work?
Well, what happens is that there's a link to a site where you can go and register with an email address and a name. And it's a good idea to put your studio info and things like that too, because all that info gets carried over into the information that I receive when I input it. So it's pretty straightforward. Picking, first putting the names in, and then picking the category of dancing, and then just clicking a couple times. It's pretty easy. Some people don't do it because perhaps they're not familiar with it, but once you get in there, everybody that I've coached through it really, really likes it and finds it in a very easy way and saves paper and saves time. And what happens is I get the information as soon as it's input in there, and then I email a confirmation invoice, and we're good to go.
So it's not just the entries online. Can you also pay online? You do everything online, or do you pay later? How does that work?
Yeah, everything online, and then we email the invoice, and then you can pay after that. You can send us a check in the mail.
Got it.
That way.
Okay, I love that. I love anything I can do online. It just makes life so much easier.
Same here.
Now, the other thing that I thought was awesome was when I first started there, you guys have a gigantic children's and junior youth day. And you put it all on Sunday, and it's really popular. I mean, it's crazy that day, and there's so much energy with all the kids. So how did you grow that part, and how does it work into the whole mix of the competition?
We had a lot of help with the schools in Las Vegas. Delgado Dance had actually requested that we have like a special time in the program for the kids.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So we got a lot of advice from them, and they've really helped us grow that day.
That's what I like about it was, like you said, it's all on one day. So the kids can all come. They're not coming at different times. They don't have to wait too long. And then all of the fans, the parents and the cheerleaders, they can all come too. And it just makes the day really fun. I love that. But what's also cool about that day is while the kids are going on, you offer the workshops to the adults who have been competing that weekend. So tell me about the workshops. Who's coming this year for the workshops?
Well, this year we always have a class on all the styles. And so this year, Lorraine Berry is going to be teaching the ballroom workshop. Tony Redpath is going to be doing the smooth. Rufus Dustin will be doing the rhythm. Giacomo Stacaglia is going to be doing the Latin. And then we're also having Maya Survey do a mental competitors preparation workshop as well.
Very good. So there's something for everybody. And are they going on at the same time, or could you take each class if you wanted to? They
You
go
can
on at the same
take each
time?
class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I love that. Now, I want to talk about the workshops too, because this I think is very innovative. I don't think anyone's doing this. This year, you guys are offering the PDF members to take the workshops for free. And you're also offering another incentive. So what did the PDF members get this year?
Well, we actually offered free workshops to the PDF members last year as well, but this year we decided to also offer free admission into the ballroom for all sessions if you're a
that's
PDF
huge.
member.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we're excited about it. I mean, we pretty much, the decision is very new, but we've had some great response to it.
Oh, I can
so,
imagine.
yeah.
That's so great because when you're at the comp, I mean, you want to go and watch your friends or whatever, and sometimes it's too expensive to go to every session. I think that's just such a great thing, and you're going to have a great response, I'm sure, from that. Okay, so we talked about the workshops. Now, there's another big thing this year, which is that you're moving to a new venue. So where are you guys moving?
Very excited about that. We're moving to the Luxor Hotel and
Yay,
Casino.
you're back on the Strip.
Yeah.
We are.
Yes.
That's great. So what's new? Is the ballroom any different? I know there's the other competitions that sometimes are at the Luxor, so have you guys been there and scouted it out, obviously? What do you think is going to be different about having it there?
Well, the Luxor is, like you said, it's on the Strip, so we're closer to some of the other attractions that Las Vegas has to offer. There's Starbucks. I think there's two, actually.
Ballroom, right?
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
very helpful.
Yeah. And the food actually is really good at the Luxor too. You know, we're going to be having people on packages this year, which we haven't really done in the past. But there's always been a really good response to the caliber of the food at Luxor as well.
Okay, great. So a lot to look forward to there. And what do you guys see in the future for this competition?
Well, we hope to grow it so that we get to be still a manageable size. We don't want to get so big that we feel unfriendly or uncomfortable for our competitors and our participants. We still want a nice, fun atmosphere and everybody having a great time. And I don't know what
Yeah.
else.
I'd like to actually our Saturday night also I think is going to be really exciting. Last year we decided to put all 4 professional styles on the same night and make it like a whole big thing. And we also have a live band. Brent Mills's band is going to be doing the music for the events as well. So it was really fun last year, and so I think we're gonna keep that kind of as a tradition. I think, yeah.
Yeah, that definitely brought in a lot of energy. So exciting. So yes, a very friendly competition. If you haven't been to Vegas Open yet, get there this year. Start on the Jackpot series and the other 2 series as well, and check out their new venue at the Luxor. And thank you guys so much for coming in today. And I'm so excited. And I'll see you guys all in Las Vegas.